So you have never seen A Face in the Crowd?
I have never seen it.
That's crazy. It's Kazan's masterpiece.
Over on the waterfront?
I think he has said that himself. He said that is the best film he's ever made. Not only do you get the pleasure of seeing Andy Griffith being a horrible villain, but on the DVD, there's a little documentary where we see Andy Griffith as an old man, and he drops the F-bomb.
Very nice.
Welcome back to the basement, Craig.
Yes, I'm here again.
I have a little something for you.
Hey, a gift!
There you go.
It's a gift.
Put it up there.
Oh, I was eating one of these recently. It's an eyeglass. This is a telescope?
That's right. Yeah. Craig, I gave you that magnifying glass because you'd have to be a detective to guess which movie we're watching tonight.
The detective story? The Great Mouse Detective.
The Great Mouse Detective!
Oh my god, The Great Mouse Detective! I got it right!
Damn it, I didn't think you'd guess it that quickly.
I saw that movie in the theater, and I remember liking it quite a bit.
Released in 1986, this film features the voice of Vincent Price. The author named the lead character Basil after Sherlock Holmes' portrayer, Basil Rathbone. Unlike Disney's animated feature before it, The Black Cauldron, The Great Mouse Detective was a modest box office success. This convinced the new management of Disney in the continued viability of their animation department, which led to the creation of The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and the Disney Renaissance of the late 80s and early 90s.
A lot of people watching this may not know that there was a 20-year downslope in the Disney empire. After Disney himself died, they were rudderless.
The decision to name the film The Great Mouse Detective, and not its original title, Basil of Baker Street, did not sit well with many of the filmmakers. One of the editors circulated a satirical memo suggesting bland, purely descriptive titles for other classic Disney movies, such as Seven Little Men Help a Girl and Puppies Taken Away.
Ah, Puppies Taken Away.
Yeah.
It's a favorite of mine.
Well, let's go to the old leather couch and take a look at the Disney animated classic, The Great Mouse Detective! The Great Mouse Detective. Where to begin?
You know, I bet Mickey was really pissed that he didn't get the lead in this.
No. I've seen his audition tape. He tanked it.
But I haven't given you your present yet.
Mr. Flaversham, the toy maker, is kidnapped by a bat. His daughter, Olivia, then goes to see the Great Basil of Baker Street, because he's a mystery solver.
A great mouse detective, possibly even the Great Mouse Detective.
She then meets Dr. Dawson, a portly mouse, who's just gotten back from Afghanistan. What? He's a bit morbidly obese for a military mouse.
Well, yeah, he is.
He looks like that Harry Potter stepdad.
Mr. Dursley?
They go to see Basil of Baker Street to find him an eccentric detective.
Oh, have him!
Racist caricature coming through.
Basil of Baker Street, my good fellow.
Go! Mr. Flaversham has been captured by Radigan, the Napoleon of crime.
The Napoleon of crime. The Wellington of robotics. The Disraeli of termite inspections.
He's using the toy maker to build robots for some unspecified purpose. Radigan is quite the villain. He makes faces. He chews the scenery. He is a classic villain.
Tomorrow evening, our beloved monarch celebrates her Diamond Jubilee.
Neil Diamond Jubilee. It's 75 years. She has been here.
Tricky and wicked, of course.
That mouse has a drinking problem.
He has a drinking solution.
Ratigan's up to something. A crime of the most sinister nature, no doubt.
I want a crime of the least sinister nature.
What would he want with a toy maker?
Least sinister crime would be like going like this. I think that's the least sinister crime.
Do it one more time, I'm calling the cops.
They track the bat to a toy store by using deduction. The bat, there's a bunch of hoo-ha that happens at the toy store. Oh, Jesus. That's twisted. But they find a clue at the toy store, and they use some bogus science to do this meaningless thing.
Science, 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 science.
To then determine that the bat is somewhere near the waterfront.
Need water to live. They go down to a wharfside mouse bar. Basil dresses up as a really cool Eugene O'Neill style seaman. Dr. Dawson dresses up as a really bad gay porn seaman. Soon thereafter, they get captured by the evil Dr. Radigan. He's got memories of laughter from earlier, along with the laughter that's happening now.
Radigan and his cohorts then sneak into the Mouse Queen's palace. They kidnap the Mouse Queen and replace her with a robot.
How extraordinary.
You have now entered the Matrix. Dr. Radigan is going to try to become Chief Chancellor to a robot queen.
A heavy tax should be levied against all parasites and sponges.
Scott Walker!
But of course, Basil shows up. He's escaped from the trap.
The angle of the trajectory multiplied by the square root of an isosceles triangle will be what am I doing?
Jargon, gobbledygook, scientific terminology. I don't actually have to explain what I'm doing because it's a children's movie.
And he and Radigan face off in a tense, climactic clock tower sequence. Get him! Get him! No! They fight back and forth. They chase each other around like cute little rodents. And eventually, they both Oh no, they I don't really get it. Not a very good ending. So what were your thoughts on this movie? Seeing it after all these years.
I remember back when I first saw it, 13 years old, 7th grade, maybe a little bit too old to see cartoons, and I remember really liking it at the time. But I was younger then.
Right.
It was entirely adequate.
It seems very much like a Sunday afternoon cartoon rather than something you go to a movie theater and see.
It was just kind of a series of pictures we were looking at.
Right. You've basically just defined animation.
Yes, I did, but...
And film. Film is just a series of pictures we're looking at.
And
life.
And life. Yeah, okay.
The clock tower scene was quite good.
That was good.
Actually, I was surprised at how good it was. It almost felt like they spent so much time on the clock tower sequence, and then they went in and did the rest of it. You know, it's like, oh, we have to finish up the rest of the movie, so we'll just half-ass it. You know, but when we get to this clock tower sequence, boy, people are going to be excited.
I wish they would have maybe spent another day or two on the Toy Store sequence.
I thought the Toy Store sequence was okay. I liked it when that little doll's face like smashed apart.
That seemed classic Disney. I'm talking like early Pinocchio creepy ass shit.
Pre-Hays Code Disney. So one thing I really did like about this movie is all of the smoking and drinking that was in it. It's very refreshing to see that. And threats to young children. You'll never ever see a movie again where the villain says to the young child, "I am going to kill you."
Yes.
The girl dies.
And I like it.
You kindly sit down and shut up!
Kids, in a way, to a certain extent, want to be scared. There's a thrill in that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big difference between horror and just peril or thrills. You know, kids can handle that. The thrill of danger, and it's safe danger because it's on the screen.
I think I know why Mickey Mouse wasn't in this movie. He read the script.
I'm gonna pass on this.
That's right.
All right, let's do Seen It.
Seen it.
Shannon CG says you should watch American Beauty. Seriously, watch American Beauty. Seriously, I've seen it.
First time loved it. Second time hated it.
Counter Nerd, please watch the anime movie Spirited Away. Your show needs more cartoon. Well, hopefully this episode satisfied your desire for that. Spirited Away, seen it.
Own it.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't own hardly any.
I own like
DVDs.
a dozen things. I have Spirited Away.
Limbo Bimbo. You guys should watch the most absurd movie ever, The Room, made by the genius himself, Tommy Wiseau, though you've probably already seen it. You're right, I have. I got some movies to recommend, says Estivalis0. House. I love House. The 1977 Japanese movie House. Have you ever seen it?
No.
It's called Hazu. And it is one of the most amazing movies I've ever seen.
Supposed to be weird with a beard, from what I understand.
It is weird with two beards. It's probably the oddest cinematic experience I've ever had. House. Hasu. Watch it. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Seen it.
Seen it.
I was in the play, and it was in that play that I met the woman who now is my wife. True story.
I saw that play with him in it, and that's the first time I ever saw Matt Sloan.
Okay, History of Violence. Seen it. Loved it.
Very good movie.
Really
Seen
loved it. Throne of Blood. Loved it.
And they actually shot arrows at Toshiro Mifune for realism. I love that. I've seen it.
That scene is so crazy. Can't
Yeah.
believe it. Eraserhead. Seen it. Didn't really get it.
Have not seen it.
No.
And I'm a huge Lynch fan.
Zardoz. Seen it. Zardoz.
Not seen it.
Oh man, watch Zardoz and House the same day. Your head will explode. You'll just have to check yourself into a sanitarium.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll go insane.
We hope you enjoyed The Great Mouse Detective.
It's fun. It's fun for kids.
That clock tower sequence, worth the price of admission. Go rent it from your local video store. Support your local video store. Support your mama. She works hard.
Support your local mouse community.
Leave a few crumbs for them.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye out on Facebook for our next movie. And watch the movie before you watch this episode. That way we'll all be up to speed.
Like us on Facebook. Go be our Facebook friend at Welcome to the Basement.
Thanks for watching. Good night.
Good night.